Previously on Cyberpunk Edge of Extinction.
And I tie him up.
My friends have a few questions they need you to answer.
Leave behind the flesh. You can manifest your own destiny. There's another better form for all of us.
I take it that's of no flesh.
This is how we commune with Io.
You go into the net. So if I went, could I go?
All are welcome to commune with Io, and Io will show you the way to ascension.
But they have interface plugs. They're interfacing with the net.
But what if there's something deeper than the net that I could use to make the Oldenverse better than it is, and it's just there and it's out of reach and these people have it and I don't?
Why don't we definitely talk to Ajax first? And maybe get some time in the morgue? Where would you like me to drop off my new friend for you?
I got dynamite, 3 sticks. Remember, I have 3 sticks of dynamite.
Please remember that Breh has 3 sticks of dynamite.
Hello, and thank you for tuning in to Infinite Sided Dice. Today we're playing Cyberpunk Red. We're telling the stories and the dice are deciding our fate. So if you're all ready, let's roll.
Let's roll!
Okay. Yeah, unless we need to role play more with good old Jericho.
I don't.
You dump him off and he takes him and like sits him like roughly in a chair, like all cop style. The face of your apprehended Wolf, we'll call him Wolf. You get the impression that they're all called Wolf when they're wearing those clothes. And they start to like fingerprint him and stuff. But, he has no fingerprints.
DNA scan?
But they're scanning him and doing what it is that cops do. And they're like, we'll take it from here.
Cops.
Thanks.
About that, I promise you, is there someone in particular you want to see?
Same person I could help you
Gotcha. Right this way. He takes you back down and you take an elevator down to the basement floor. Inside you see a smallish, mid-30s woman with tight little spectacles. She's there wearing gloves and the whole like what do you call them?
Scrubs?
No, she's what you do to a body.
Autopsy?
Yes. She's able to perform autopsies and things like. I guess you've had some probably conversations with them.
Yeah.
But looking at actual bodies, I don't know how often this happens, but she walks you out and rolls you, and he gives her an ID number, and she pulls open the refrigerated cabinet. Oh, you're not going to throw up, are you?
No.
Okay. She pulls back this sheet, and it's not to get too graphic, but there's a lot of Kaden missing. He's unrecognizable. Honestly, you wouldn't know it was him except for the tag on the drawer. It looks like his entire, from here to here is just gone, along with his arms and his leg from the knee down. His chest is open and his lungs are missing. That's at first glance what you see.
Is she still in the room with us?
Oh yeah, she's not going to leave you alone.
Okay. Is it possible to like see if there's anything there without like touching? Like, can I like just like look? And...
Sure, make a perception check.
16.
Okay. A 16 is enough to see that the port is still there,
Yeah.
but the port goes, through the base of the skull and then is connected to wiring that either is like wired into your brain or if you have some other hard implant in there. Whatever was there is gone. There's some busted wires sort of where the port would be.
Shit, man. Did you guys? Does it have a name? Like the port or whatever in the brain? Is there like a specific name for it?
You would call it a port.
Okay.
That's fine.
Did you guys take out the port, or was it also missing?
The port itself is still intact. It's like just a plug. Like imagine a plug that goes into a wall, but the plug is there, but then the rest of the wall is gone, and it's just hanging, just connectors.
Okay.
No, unfortunately, all cyberware was stripped from the victim.
Hi, I'm Martian. Have you gotten a lot of victims like this? We heard that there's been stuff happening like this.
We have a few. Not usually this thorough, but not many people are this cybered. Was he suffering symptoms of cyberpsychosis? You knew him in life. I mean, so I'd be surprised if he wasn't. He has an awful lot of implants that would affect his nervous system, but it seems like I'm not a detective. I don't know. I'm just surprised, but
I know he wasn't that I know of, but I am. Who knows how good he was at hiding it.
Yeah, he appears to have had. They didn't take the spine, which is not strictly cybernetic, but I have done some investigation. There are multiple inputs. See, your spinal column is essentially how information travels from your brain to your the rest of your body. So when we implant more extensive cyberware, essentially that needs to be run through. We just tap into the nervous system, the connectivity in the spinal cord. We'll usually just leave biological wiring there because it's easier. His spinal cord seems to be completely rewired with an entirely new set of wires, for lack of a better term here, running, which is a little bit unusual because I don't know why you would need to do that. You would just use your biological wiring to control your cyber limbs, but it appears that a lot of this has been is artificial, is synthetic.
What would you say would be? I know you just said you don't know why they would do that, but what would be the benefits of something like that? Would it, maybe that's something that happens for people that have an injury? What
does it store information?
Does it improve anything?
Anything I tell you from this point forward would be strictly speculation, but I imagine if you wanted to move information faster, or if your biological wiring was somehow damaged or needed to be replaced, much like a prosthetic. I mean, it's not I guess this would be used in treatment of instances where the spinal column is damaged, perhaps in an accident, if someone became paraplegic. I've read studies about the treatment of different hereditary or congenital diseases that cause deterioration in the motion of limbs. Sometimes the nervous system in the spinal column, the wiring in the spinal column could be replaced.
Right.
So it's possible. Do you know if he was sick as a child, or Like I said, it's all speculation from here.
Does it store any information?
No, I'm afraid not.
It makes
This is
information move faster, though.
Yeah.
simply
Yeah.
wiring.
His reflexes would probably have been improved. His movement, perhaps. Maybe his just thought processes.
Could be.
Do I know if he was ever sick or in an accident?
No?
No? Okay. Well, so that means whoever took the rest of the cyberware, I mean, would this spine be useful to someone else, or I'm trying to decide if it was left on purpose or because they didn't know about it.
I think removing, like I said, again, we're just speculating at
Yeah,
this point.
of course.
This would be, I'm impressed with the removal of the cyber lungs, and there also apparently, if you look here and here, we had an artificial liver and pancreas.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
That have been removed. They spent some time removing organs, a full spinal removal.
Would be
I don't-
crazy. That would
How much
be-
time do you think something like that would take?
I mean, if you wanted to preserve the organs for later use or not, I mean, if you wanted to keep the body alive, it takes a significant amount of time. But I suppose in a state like this, a matter of minutes, but it's quite violent.
Yeah.
The way this body's been treated is quite violent. I'm sorry if
Violent, but precision, it seems like you're saying, with the way the internal things were removed?
precise, maybe not, but thorough, yes.
Okay.
I guess at this point, I don't know why they wouldn't just take the whole body at this point. There's so much missing.
Because someone wanted everyone to know he was dead. Not just
It could be.
gone, I guess.
I imagine also if they opened him up, they may have been surprised. I certainly would have been to see so much chrome. Was he? You said no symptoms of cyberpsychosis. Was he? Demonstrate any addictive personality?
He definitely did a lot of drugs to seeming very little effect.
Does he have interface plugs? Does it look like he has interface plugs?
Yeah, so that's the ports that are still back there. Those could be used for
Oh, I see.
interfacing.
Got it.
But they're just not connected to anything anymore because his brain's gone.
Yeah. Is there any sort of, you said there's like wires left. Would there be a serial number that would match up to what was taken?
Not necessarily. You can investigate for make. I'll just offer to you. Yeah, the port itself is of Kari design, so. But it's impossible to speculate what. It's not like there's like sort of a universal language between different cyberwares. Like it's not like you can't plug. It's not like a 220 plug going into a 120 outlet. Like, I mean, maybe it is like that, but there's converters and things.
Sure.
It's not like trying to run. It's nice if they're matched up, right? But it doesn't necessarily mean they're all going to be of the same make.
Man, we gotta find this.
Is there anything else I can help you with? I do. It's getting close to my lunch break.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I guess
I know. I always think about food.
it's fine. Sorry, I don't remember if or if it just left my brain. The clarification on, would this spine be obviously worked on, or like I'm trying to sort out if it was just like unusable to them, or they just didn't notice that it was
I think
cyber.
I would guess that it would be not super noticeable.
Okay,
You're talking about like filament.
sure.
This is after her spending a lot of time investigating and knowing exactly what she's looking for.
Okay.
So like filament style wiring running through a spinal column
Got it.
is different than the biological one, the organic one that would be there.
Sorry, I know you're going on your lunch break. Is there a bathroom down here?
Yes, you're not going to be sick, are you?
No. I just need to use the restroom real quick.
yes,
You gotta go, right?
You can use mine. It's right there.
Great, awesome. I go to the restroom,
Okay.
and then I will scan.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, roll your scanner check.
That's a 10. Plus a 1, so 15.
That's still very good. Even from within the bathroom, you ping. It just so happens that it backs up to the computer terminal that she works at. So if you stand really close to the wall, you could interface with it.
I will interface with her computer.
Okay. Go ahead and here we go.
I'll
Here we
try,
go.
I'll try and chat and distract her while this is happening, just out on the other side of the bed.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I have this craving for. There's this roast beef
Tell me
style
about your favorite
kibble.
kibbles, please. Where's good to eat around here?
It comes with this sauce.
Oh,
this,
wow.
like red sauce.
Okay.
gross.
Every time you say kibble, I'm just like, whoa, like cat food.
Oh God.
I might have some pizza blasted crunchies around here somewhere. Are you? You know what? I'm gonna eat. I just.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. You know, she's not gonna be sick, but sometimes she does make a while in the bathroom. But
She's munching.
please
okay.
eat. I don't want to keep it.
You jack in, and you are met with your familiar interface default. You're standing on a beach with silver sand, the ocean behind you, a desert in front of you, a castle wall erupts in front of you. You are met with a password protected area.
Great. I'd like to use an action to activate the worm,
You activate the worm.
and then I will make my backdoor check.
Yep. Let's roll.
10.
Ooh.
Explodes to 18 total.
Yeah, you open the pouch at your side and your little worm drops out and lands and then grows into a much bigger thing, and it slithers through and starts chewing away at the wall and
I give
cuts,
him a little pet as he's chewing.
cuts a hole through the wall, and you go, you are surprised. This is a thick wall, meaning that it's a very well protected system, but with a 15 you were able to crack it.
Amazing. Excellent. I would like to make after getting through that, I would like to make a Pathfinder check.
Sure.
8.
An 8, you can see in the next room, there is a standard, there's a standard Raven type black
You're
ice.
getting the book. It makes me nervous.
This is where I have all the different black ice. Standard
look up
Raven
what's
type
gonna
black
kill
ice,
you.
but with your, what was the roll again?
8.
With an 8, you're met with a password beyond that, and that's as far as your Pathfinder goes.
Great. Cool. I will take a second to activate my armor.
Okay.
So that's one action. And then I would like to proceed to the next level.
Okay.
And where the raven is. And a glowing pink katana apparates into my hands and kind of digitizes.
Great.
As my armor also kind of is created all around me. It's this kind of pink bubblegum crisis uniform, but it's a little transparent, so you can see through it a little bit. It's almost like a holographic crystal-looking type suit.
Yeah. You're surrounded by a hard light pink armor that's projected all around you. Okay, and you're moving into the next room?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm just counting the rounds to see
This
how
is-
long it takes her to eat some pizza blasted kibble.
This has been,
This will be round 2.
we're in round 2.
Yeah. Okay, make a speed check.
Great. Speed check.
Oh wait, I don't roll for this. Yeah,
To
when
get
you
to
first
the
enter.
next.
No, you go into the room and then you are confronted with the raven. Are you going into the next room? Sorry.
Yeah, I am
Okay.
going into the next room. The speed check is for initiative, right? Is that
Yes,
what that is
yes,
for? Okay,
correct.
I was just making sure we were on the same page.
Yeah.
And is that just my interface modifier?
Yes.
Plus any additional, which I don't think I have anything programmed right now. That implodes.
Uh-oh.
That is a 1 also. Great. Does it keep imploding if you roll double
no,
1?
it's just a -1.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be just 4.
Okay, that's not enough to beat the Raven's initiative. So the very instant you enter the room, the Raven dives out of a tree, slashing at your. Let's see, we'll roll its attack first. Only a 6. So you roll with plus your armor and interface to be 6.
Sorry, say that one more time.
So you're going to roll plus whatever armor you have up and plus your interface.
Great. That's just going to be a 13. So I believe my armor only decreases the damage I take.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Whatever defense programs you have up that would help.
Yep.
Okay.
So 13.
15 is enough. You
13.
dodge. 13 is enough, actually.
Oh, good.
Their attack is.
Thank goodness.
Their attack is low. It's only a 6 you were looking
Great.
for. I didn't roll very well. Okay. It dives at you, but you dodge out of the way. Your programs are safe for now. What's your next move?
Great. I'm going to hit it with my first katana.
Great.
That implodes. Are you kidding me? Ah! It's like a -3.
I'm really good at this.
I'm so good at this. Martian is the genius kid for sure.
So you swing once, and your sword is deactivated, and you do not connect.
That's okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep track of what round we're in. We're in the second round, right? So was this the top of the first round? Or was this the top of a round?
Yes, yeah. As you moved in, you waited until the next round, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. As
Okay.
you moved in. So you
Great.
have
So I have
3
two more
actions.
actions
You have
left.
2 more actions.
Great. So just as the first katana dissipates, the second one is going to form in my offhand
Great.
for 8.
Yeah. 8.
9. Sorry.
Yeah, it's gonna be just fine. You hit it.
Awesome. The Raven is going to take 10 damage.
10 damage. Yes, you connect, and the Raven blinks but stays rezzed. Are you out of actions, or
I have one.
We have one more action. What
One
do you
more.
want to do?
I will. Ooh boy.
So you can use this action to reactivate your sword.
I think I can only activate the sword once per turn. I believe that's how that works.
If you have one sword, you activate it. You can activate it the turn before. When you use it, it deactivates. You can use your second turn to activate it and
I
then
got
attack
it.
again.
You're so smart.
Yeah.
I love it. These rules are so good. Hey, net running.
Well,
Very
you don't
cool.
you don't get to attack. You get to reactivate your sword.
Yeah. I'm gonna. I will do that.
And then at the top of the next round, is there anything you want to be doing right now? Just as
I am just asking her all about food.
okay, great. Why don't you make? Are you? Is this persuasion? You're going to persuade her to continue to be chill. That you are actually interested in what she has to say.
Yeah. That is 8 plus 6.
8
15.
plus 6.
Or no. 14?
You're close.
I can't do math.
14.
Don't, please don't make me do it. I'm so tired. Don't make me add numbers.
Great.
Yeah, the biggest villain in Cyberpunk Red.
Absolutely.
So let's now that you do we re-roll initiative or does the Raven just attack you? Yeah, I think it gets the first attack, so it goes again. Roll plus interface to dodge.
12.
Okay, you beat it. It's only an 8. So the Raven swoops at you again, and you dodge again. You have 2 more. Now you have 1 activated sword and 2
Yeah.
actions.
I'll take a swing.
Yeah.
9.
That hits. Yeah, that hits. It's like the worst defense ever.
Oh, that was almost a crit. That would have been cool. 13.
A 13 is more than enough to de-res the Raven.
Like that.
As the, yeah, exactly.
Anime. It doesn't happen.
It just turns into feathers.
Yeah.
And then you see a trapdoor in the middle of the floor appears in front of you, but there is a password lock on it.
Another password lock. Well, the worm's still activated, so...
Okay, backdoor that.
Sorry, I'm going to try to backdoor it. 11.
11 is not going to hack it.
Are you sure? Just kidding.
Check
Does that
again.
deactivate the worm?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
I believe it's
So-
still up. That's what this card...
What was your persuasion? Was it 14? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, I have 1 more action. Can I just try backdooring again?
You can try backdoor.
Okay, awesome.
Just taking you longer and longer
Come
to
on.
pass this.
14.
A 14. What was your Pathfinder check earlier? Do you remember?
I do not remember.
Yes, it was a 14 and you met with a 14 password and now you cracked a 14.
Nice.
Hopefully I'm remembering that right. The camera will remember for me. Yes, you are able to open the trapdoor and you drop down and you find a room full of chests that represent all the different files that are being held in the morgue. There's a enormous door on the side that's locked like a vault. You take it to mean that this is, beyond this is a very high backdoor check. But you can get to the files that are here in the morgue.
Okay. I will take the time to search and try to find the file on Kaden.
Okay. Yep. You roll plus interface.
12.
A 12. Yes, easily done. You find they're all labeled by name. You find the data for Kaden. You cannot remove this data from their system, but you can copy it.
Yeah, I would like to make a copy.
Okay, you have a copy of Kaden's data from only the morgue report, just so we're clear on what you're getting here.
Good.
Do you want to try to go further?
Oh, I'm tempted. I shouldn't, though. I shouldn't. Shitwreck's out there, and she doesn't really know what I'm doing. So I will take the time to safely jack out.
Okay, you do that. When you come back to reality, data stored on your device. Cool.
I come out of the bathroom.
I'm like, hey, kid, you okay? That kibble earlier was a little funky.
Yeah,
you okay?
so I didn't get sick. I was worried that I might get sick, though. I'm just not used to being around this.
Did you have the poops, darling?
No, I just.
She's embarrassed. It was probably that.
No reason to be embarrassed. All right, lunch break. Let's go. And she walks you out.
Thank you for all those recommendations. I can't wait to try it everywhere you mentioned.
All the places I definitely did mention. Jericho gives you a wave on the way out. Unless there's anything else you want to take care of here. Done with the police station?
Yeah. Done with the police station.
Great. Let's see. Let's roll under your luck.
Me? Is it the D10?
Roll it.
D10
Yeah, this is
under
our
that
homebrew
makes-
roll, so roll a D10 underneath your luck.
No.
You want low.
I know.
Oh.
It was
Oh.
not.
The first time you roll high. Ain't that the way?
The last time we did it, this is my second time doing luck, and both times I've rolled so high.
So what? You're disguised as Shitwrecked, right?
Yes.
What do you do to make yourself look different than Nautica?
Well, I'm definitely in all black. Very black combat boots, black jacket, usually with the hood up. Kind of the idea of looking like so just kind of average that the eye passes over you in a crowd. Like there's nothing standing out because I have all of the modifications to like my eyes and like the ability. I change the color of my hair and the color of my eyes. And just generally keep a very low, closed-off profile to kind of just like blend into the scenery.
Okay. What did you roll in your luck?
An 8.
An 8, and your luck is 7?
6.
6. Okay. You guys are waiting in the car, and right as you are on the steps, like almost to the car, you hear, ma'am, I believe the detective had some questions they needed to ask you. You're a person of interest in a murder case we're investigating. Ma'am, he's calling from. It's just a guy. It's just a guy. He's just like a guy. No, he's like a clerk, and he is not leaving the police station though. He's just sort of calling out the door as you walk down the stairs.
Without turning around, I'm like, who do you think I am?
I think the detective said, make a face down with that look.
That was an IRL face down. Oh, I got scared for a second, eh?
9.
I'm too tired to deal with this shit. That's, you rolled plus cool. Mm-hmm. And got a 9.
Yeah.
Luckily this guy has not very high cool, and he sort of wilts under that look and is like, I might be mistaken. If you could hold on, I'll just go check. And he walks back into the office, leaving you standing there.
Okay. I'm gonna leave.
Okay, you hop in the car.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go.
Time to go.
So without rolling for it, I spent my whole time in the car with Breh, just trying to make him feel better about himself. So I'm laughing at his jokes. I'm like, tell me a story, Breh, And I'm like, really? And I'm just very interested in whoever Breh is. Because it's the thing I do.
Yeah.
Can you break us off a piece of some of those
Yeah,
compliments? What was that? What does that look like?
I don't hate hearing about that.
Okay. Oh yeah. All right. So I ask him a little bit about his family. I point out that he's got a really keen eye for a distance and how to get around the turn real fast. I'm like, I could never do that. Like, where did you get those? How'd you do that? It's like, and every now and then I was like, man, you flex the stuff about you that's this cool, dude. You could score whoever you like to hang with. You could score a lot of that. All of the, just all these things. Just kind of building them up a little bit, and all the shit I've already seen him do. I'm like, dude, we wouldn't have gotten through that without you. I definitely wouldn't have gotten a guy back here alive without you.
So
All the good stuff.
Ricky says all this to you, Brett. Is there any way he would react?
Well, at first, it kind of falls on deaf ears, but then, after compliment number 7 or whatever, Brett would start to be like, oh, you think so? You really think so? And then like expanding and being like, oh yeah, my mom taught me how to drive, and like, you know, and like, you know, my cousin had like taught me to drift, and then like, you know, my uncle taught me, you know, about how to, you know, pull your e-brake up and do a spin, and then, you know, kick it in a gear and whatever, and then I started talking about the mechanics of how to drive, and like going into like the real details of like what like and how there's a feel, and like it's talent, you know, that's not a skill, it's a talent that you're born with. You can either do it or you can't. It's not true, but he feels that way, you know.
We'll save Danny a little bit. Maybe Danny the player doesn't know this, but Breh, he knows all of this, all the finer points of driving. Great. So then the girls get in, and or the Shitwrecked and Martian jump in the back seat, and time to go.
The only other thing that would have happened in those conversations is you get a very, very distinct feeling like I feel like I'm protecting you. And that's the only reason why you're okay, is because I protected you.
Okay. And you get the feeling that I'm thankful.
Would it be plausible that am I like Superman? Do I carry around like a quick change with me? Like,
Want to just suddenly be Nautica?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get her in a phone booth or something.
I think it's not unreasonable that you have a bag of clothes, whether or not you got to get changed somewhere. It's not like, it's not magic. But if
That
you want
car looks big enough to change in the back seat.
Yeah, you
of?
could absolutely change in the back seat.
You just jump in the car and start changing?
Yes.
I'm like, hey, so, whoa, okay, so, being respectful.
Do you drive away?
I mean, I would have just normally just casually did it, but if she was like urging, then I would have.
Yeah. I'll be like, hold on. I gotta switch gears for a second. I hopefully this won't take too long.
I leave it in park.
Okay, so your plan is to change your clothes.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna ask you like, hey, can you drive around the corner so I can get out? Not in. Are we like right in the front? Like, I don't want to be like.
Yeah, you just pulled. I don't know why you wouldn't. You didn't say otherwise. Like, I think you just pulled up in the front. You're like, I have an appointment here. So.
Yeah. Can you just?
I'll just go around the corner so she can walk around.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you slide around the corner, and yeah, we don't need to roll to change clothes.
Yeah.
But you do it reasonably quick, and you're now dressed as Nautica.
Okay. I will stumble it in order to take suspicion off of me as Shitwrecked.
Okay.
I'm going to stumble in as Nautica, as if this guy just mixed us up because we came in so close together.
Okay.
And so that there's no suspicion on Shitwrecked looking like Nautica or something.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's what I'm trying to
Yeah,
do.
fair. You're coming back in.
Oh my god, like, why have you guys not talked to me yet?
Let's get I feel like this is a...
Acting?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay, it's only -1. 7?
7 is pretty low. But the good news is they don't really have any reason to be suspicious of you. I think you're pretty flustered about the quick
fake
change.
anyways. I'm a pretty,
Yes.
like, if I don't come off genuine, that's fine by me.
Yeah, you, just to speed it along, you're put through processing and taken into a room, and they ask you, they start asking you questions. It takes a few minutes, maybe 15 minutes or so, before they get you into the room and start asking you questions. At this point, you guys, you're really, just now, the three of you can really have a nice powwow.
Sitting there looking at my watch. Man. How long is this gonna take?
I have no idea.
What is she doing?
I don't know. She got spotted by the police. I think they need to question her about everything, but like not the her we know, but the.
Oh, 'cause she's his friend.
Yeah.
I see.
So, you were close with the victim?
He was my best friend, so yeah, we were close.
Best friends, okay. How long have you known the victim?
Like, forever. Like, our parents work together.
Could you clarify forever, please?
How long have I known him?
You're like, you know, I don't know.
No, sorry.
You've known him since you were kids.
Okay.
So, you know.
Like literally since we were kids. I'm not telling you how old I am.
Ma'am, if you could please remit the information regarding your age. It's just for the purpose of the investigation, you understand.
I actually don't. What's that word mean?
Ma'am, how old are you?
For the record, it's really rude to ask that, and I'm pretty sure you already have that information because you're like the police. But I'm 22, but don't tell people that.
22. Well, it never gets easier. When was the last time you saw the victim?
It was like a few weeks ago, and we were at Dreamland.
Dreamland, interesting.
I guess.
How would you describe your relationship with the victim?
I told you we're best friends, and we would just like party and stuff.
So your relationship was platonic?
Yeah. He's like my brother. I've known him since I was like 4. Like, ew.
What did you do at Dreamland?
Partying.
Did you take any illicit substances?
I didn't.
Did the victim take any illicit substances?
I don't know. Is that like illegal when you're already dead?
Did the victim buy or sell any illicit substances?
Oh my God, no.
Why Dreamland?
It's fun.
Fun. No further questions. You're free to go.
Thank you.
Stay in Night City.
Huh?
You don't have any travel plans?
No.
And don't leave the city.
Oh my God, am I like a suspect?
We use the term person of interest. Do we think...
I am a person of interest.
All right. Have a nice day.
You too.
I'm a very interesting person.
So
I'm
interesting.
so interesting.
I'm so
Just not like the other girl.
I'm just not like the other girls. I'm a cool girl.
You look at a text on your agent from Jericho. He's like, "Whoa, you brought us in one grade A freak."
Told you I had good information. I text back.
Unfortunately, nothing we can follow up. Do you have anything on this Io he keeps talking about?
He just told me that she was their goddess to lead them to Ascension.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think my boss is gonna fly with my boss.
That detail about that Prophet Harlan guy, he seemed like the most interesting one to try and get after.
Yeah, we've made a note. Unfortunately, our records, he's not in there. So if
Like-
this is a real name, it's not on our radar.
Look, my team is very interested in this particular thing. I know you guys don't have jurisdiction out there, but if y'all could, if we would be willing to possibly infiltrate or raid this area if we could get some more information about it or some sort of protection from, just getting straight up murdered by these guys.
Sure, of course, we don't want you to put yourself in harm's way. I wouldn't want that. So I was doing the tough cop instead of the Jericho cop. He likes you. No, don't get yourself hurt. But if you could retrieve something hard, maybe some of the victim's cyberware, anything that leads us directly there, we'd be happy to call in. We can come in with full force if you had anything concrete like that.
Oh shit, well, I mean, they killed someone this morning, or no, that wasn't the victim. But we got the victims. Which victim does he mean when he says the victim said?
The one you're investigating is Kaden, so he's referring to Kaden.
Oh, right, yeah,
The fact
okay.
that some randos
He's asking-
cyber eyes were on this person in this person's pocket
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't really get
Okay,
them there.
yeah. I'd be happy to search down any of that cyberware if you had any leads to share. I've been coming up empty so far.
Yeah, like I said, hot zone, Ripper gangs. That's kind of the wall we've run up against. But I can't deploy units inside the hot zone unless we have hard evidence.
Understand. I'm starting to wonder though if this is just a copycat type murder. Where else would one look for these cyberwares who show up?
I know there are Rippers that do resale, but we've come up empty as far as, Kaden's stuff was pretty high end, I'm sure you know. And anything like that would have piqued our interest pretty quickly. And whoever's got it is sitting on it.
Yeah. Well, we'll keep coming up with ideas and I'll get back to you.
All right.
Thanks.
Where to next?
Hi, what was that?
Which?
The Nautica stuff.
Oh, that
What happened?
that guy when we were leaving, he was starting to make me and thinking I was me. And so I wanted to run in there real quick as her to kind of deflect from me, but they were just asking me. They hadn't asked me any.
What were the questions? Was
How
it
do
fine?
you know him? When was the last time? Just basic
Okay.
stuff. They definitely aren't taking me seriously, which is great. Jericho's not really coming up with anything either. I wonder if
How about any of the information that they cleaned up from the scene? Did they give you anything about that?
they didn't have any. Everything was taken. Literally everything was taken.
Even the video feed, right?
Can I just text him back like, did you guys take the feed from the apartment or was that wiped by the
Before you got there.
criminals?
Yeah, it takes a few minutes and you get a message back. Yeah, there was something funky with it and they sent it to the lab. We have some of our computer geeks looking at it. We didn't get a positive ID on any of the suspects or even the victim entering the building. There was just something funky with the drive. I don't know, some of those old security cameras, they crap out once in a while. So it may just be that, but we're having our boys look at it.
All right. This stuff sounds way smarter than what these Ascension freaks are doing.
I'm sorry, I forgot, and I pull out the chip. I got the files on the morgue files for Kaden.
You're fantastic.
I don't really know what's going to be on it or if we're going to learn any new information, but I did dive in. It seemed once I got to the bottom there was like a higher security area, but I know we didn't really have time, so I just took this. Could be something.
Let's see what's on that.
Yeah.
But let's do that on the road.
Yeah, absolutely.
say?
I'm starting to wonder if somehow Akari is responsible for this and they're making it look like they're like trying to frame a different group, then they would have the cyberware. Is there any way? Would there be any way for like me? Would it be normal for me to go into Akari to like visit my dad or like do anything or?
I think normal might be pushing it. But yeah, Dad works in the building. He's certainly not on the top floor. But you could go check it out.
I mean, creating a scene theatrically it's total corpo MO.
It's easy.
And
I just don't know if security's gonna be too wild for you. That's probably gonna be impossible for you to break into to see if they're like actually have the cyberware.
Breaking into Akari is no joke.
Yeah, I know. That's why.
I mean, I've never broken into a corpo building before, so I don't really know. But
well, we got a couple more boxes we can check off before
Yeah.
we
Yes.
try something
Yes.
like that.
Yeah.
Shall we go to Dreamland?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Talk to Ajax?
yeah.
Can we try to? How do we access the information on these files?
You can do it just in your
Great. I would
your
love
portable
to.
rig.
I would love to do that as we're on our way.
Yeah, for sure. Unfortunately, a lot of it you've already sort of gleaned off of your friendly mortician.
What I was afraid of.
withholding.
Yeah. She's like ready to gossip.
Yeah. She's like, oh my God. Well, let me tell you about what they took out of his
Bodies.
body. Yada, yada.
They do one interesting thing. I mean, you only took the copy of Kaden's file. You do notice there's a few tags that are like linked to other victims that are by name and location. And so you see a handful of like 5 or 6 possible related crimes, all in that area by the hot zone. It's just sort of like the information is there, and then it'll like reference, like in Wikipedia, it'll be like a reference link or whatever.
Yeah, it's blue.
Yeah, but you don't have the attached data to that because you didn't take it all. But clearly, there are like multiple victims in the area within the last few weeks, and none of that cyberware has been recovered.
It was offered up, apparently.
So the only new information that we didn't already learn out of this is names of victims that perhaps might be related to this case.
Well, that sounds great. You wanted to see if there were any other similarities. So now that you have their names, we can probably
try to research them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we could, yeah. I don't know. Go back to the cops and ask your friend to find files on them. I mean, are there addresses linked to this?
There's locations, not. There are a few addresses.
It's all in the hot zone.
But there are also just locations where bodies have been found. There are a few addresses though of like if a victim was inside of a property, then there would be an address attached. Otherwise, it's like the intersection of
but if it's all in
First and MLK or whatever.
Yeah, if it's all in that same area, we'd probably assume that Kaden was the only corpo high-profile hit in the area.
We still don't know what the fuck he was doing there.
No. Hopefully, Ajax can fill us in.
Yep, I think that's a nice. It would be a solid piece to the puzzle. Because I'm losing my fucking mind.
I feel like, I mean, if Breh, if you don't mind talking to him about it, but I understand if you don't want to, but I feel like it makes the most sense for you to ask a little more since you were involved.
Well, I don't think I could ask the right questions, and I don't think we'd get the right information.
All right.
Because he didn't really seem like he wanted to talk about it anyway.
Well, let's just go in.
Yeah.
We'll go together. But you're to some degree, you lend credibility to some of these questions because you were there that night. So, yeah. Fucking, let's talk to Ajax. Whatever. It's probably gonna piss Dodger off a little more, but...
Yeah, is there a way for me to... Do I have Ajax's agent contact, or do I do all of this through Dodger?
I mean, we talked to Dodger earlier about setting up a meeting with him, and she said he wouldn't be by until later, or we could go to Dreamland. So I feel like we already have her blessing to go do that if that's what we want to do. You know?
GM, Mr. GM.
Sorry.
It's okay. In the zone.
In the zone.
Secrets.
I think he's doing things. I think
Lots
he's doing
Secrets are no fun. Secrets
tell
hurt
everyone.
someone.
Oh, no? Okay.
Oh.
No,
Well, it is
from,
Cyberpunk.
No, that's from. I can't remember what that's from.
Who's going to get the text
In the comments
message?
below,
Who's going to
let
get
us
it?
know where that reference is from.
I know what it's from.
It's not
I remember.
me. Oh,
I remember.
It's you. You got the text. Get all the texts.
God, Ricky. Oh, look at that face. Juicy secrets, I want to know.
Yeah.
It's taking a lot of my willpower not to read that.
It's okay.
So you're heading toward Dreamlight.
Land?
Dreamland?
We're gonna have to do a few hot Dreamlands. Dreamland. You're heading toward
Dreamland.
Dreamland.
Babes in Dreamland.
Twilight? Oh.
So you're heading to Dreamland with the intention of meeting with Ajax. You pull up, it's getting close to the end of the day here. The sun's going down. There's a line at the front door, and you can already hear the music, even on a Sunday night. The party never stops. The dream never stops at Dreamland.
I'm still in my Nautica gear, so I'll just walk up to the front with my entourage.
Okay. The four of you walk up to the front, and you're met with a bouncer. You know him.
Yeah, of course I do. I know them all.
Did you want to do something before we got to the party?
So my agent pings before I get there. I take a look as we're walking towards, and I stop in my tracks. For a second, there's not like a look of shock or anything, which is very interesting. It's
We
like,
just all keep walking, and then we're like, wait.
I go, hold, yeah. And I go, all right. I just got buzzed by one of my contacts. And it's kind of part of what we figured out, except we got a little, just a hair more. So Kaden had a meet planned, as we guessed. He's telling me it all went sideways. He got hit by some cyber-psycho-religious gang, which we have now discovered. But that they probably don't know what they have. And if we can get a hold of that brain, he can maybe do a dive into it, or maybe one of us can, and get all kinds of data that might help us. Which means everything that I don't want to do, everything is saying we might have to do, which is to go into some fucking crazy church full of freaks in the hot zone. But let's cross that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah.
I start walking towards back towards the club.
Is there a way for me to buzz Ajax on my agent? Just to let him know that we're coming?
I don't think you have that number.
Okay. I would love to check in with Dodger because I really haven't seen them all day.
Yeah, you shoot a text to Dodger.
Yeah, so I shoot a message. I'm just like, hey, this is where we've been. It's been a bit much. We're at Dreamland now, going to talk to Ajax.
Okay. Shitwreck's paid up, so you're on the clock with her. If it gets to be a bit much, just let me know. Don't do anything that'll get you hurt. Love to hear more. If you're talking to Ajax, better be on best behavior.
I'm always on best behavior. We'll talk more about today when I get home.
Okay. All right. All right.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Ajax bring her to Dodger? So like, doesn't she already have a relationship with Ajax?
Okay, so just for a point of
Like
clarity.
we all have a relationship with him, right?
Yeah, what you would know, you have your obvious connection to Ajax. Shitwrecked would have gone to, so Nautica and Kaden purchased drugs off of these Piranha gang guys, and Ajax is kind of he's kind of running that crew now. They might have kicked it up to Ajax, but Ajax didn't really give her the time of day and just said, refer it out to one of my smaller people. Like, let's throw Dodger a bone, she can use some money. And I'll collect my percentage at the end of it all. So would he be able to pick Shitwrecked or Nautica out of a crowd? Probably not.
Gotcha.
Ricky, you've been around long enough to know. Maybe, I'm guessing 100% Judy and Ajax probably have a little bit of history just from running in Night City as long as they both have.
Yeah.
You never really asked any direct questions like that. And also Judy doesn't share information like that. Who knows? Perhaps that Colt 45 you pulled out of her drawer when you were 10 years old belonged to
Could have
him.
been his.
And then Martian, of course, works for Dodger and does data drops for Ajax on occasion. You show up at the party and he sees you, and the bouncer knows you. He actually knows you too. You have enough of a reputation in town. And he would be paid to know essentially for sure who you are. And the minute he sees you, he kind of does one of these, talks into his coat sleeve. You hear, boss, Breh's here.
It's that close, very close. Thanks.
Yeah.
It's Breh.
Breh?
Breh. Like,
Okay, boss.
yeah, like, what's up, Breh?
Yeah, boss, the big mook with the arms. Yeah, that's the guy. You better go up.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So,
Thank you very much, sir.
So as you walk,
Like over polite.
as you walk into the party, the club.
What time of day is it?
It's just now the nighttime is happening. It's Sunday night crowd, so it's not like full throttle, but there's never a time when it's not half throttle. I think what would happen is as you walk in, you autopilot for the dance floor and the bar, maybe the two of you, and Brad just like turns left and starts going up these stairs that you've never seen before.
Great.
Oh, okay. Because that's where the offices and the piranhas hang out.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they have like a lounge that is
Yeah,
really
yeah.
just for them.
I
And all right, as you guys enter the Dreamland, we're gonna take a short break. We'll
Okay.
pause for a little bio break, and we'll be back shortly.
All right, I think we're about to get into some shit. Maybe not
I'm
here.
wondering if we can, if
Oh,
for-
GM said break before we talk to
I'm
Ajax.
wondering if for any reason we'd be able to get some of the would the piranhas have any interest in taking down this weird cult? Because maybe they could take
could
the
they could
cyberware that
profit
was
off it.
taken
Yeah.
and profit off of it. I'm like, can we like strike a deal here?
My biggest concern is getting radiation gear.
Yeah.
Because if we're gonna go anywhere near there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're just gonna start taking damage
Yeah.
without any sort of
Immediately.
protection.
Yeah.
So that is
Yeah.
like legitimately
Well,
my biggest concern.
But
Maybe if Dodger
Ajax-
hadn't taken half my money, I could have bought us all some.
But also, Ajax has money. Ajax is in
Ajax
the
has
mob.
money. Yeah. If we can
Well, you
convince
could
him
put
that
it on
this
the
is within
company
his best interest.
I mean, you could put it on the company card because it's technically clothing.
Dad, this new club opened up in the radiation zone.
That would be insane.
It's a theme bar called the Hot.
I mean, if you buy it from a clothing store, then he'll never know the difference. They
I
don't
think-
put the items on the receipt.
I think we
we have to
just.
stop talking about the game so they can cut and
Yeah.
swap cards.
I think that we just found out that. I think that's the first time you've mentioned that your dad works for Akari.
Oh, what did I?
That's the first time.
Did I say
it's-
that in character though, or what? I don't even know. I was asking DM questions.
You were asking, yeah, that was
No,
a
we don't
GM
know.
question.
But you did ask if I could jack into Akari
I did.
Tower.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Yeah, I would imagine that you brought. It's not totally
Where's radiation?
Rich girl.
Anything?
Okay,
That was
so
good. That was good. There's a lot of data drop there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for.
Hello! I apologize for this short interruption, but I wanted to offer on behalf of myself and everybody involved in making this show a heartfelt thank you. Thank you for tuning in and thank you for watching Cyberpunk Edge of Extinction. We hope you're enjoying watching the game as much as we enjoy playing it. Now, if you are enjoying the show, I just want you to know that there's a whole lot more Cyberpunk Edge of Extinction, so click that subscribe button so you can come back next week and not miss any of the action. One more thing, if you have a friend or a gaming group or anybody at all that you think would enjoy this content, go ahead and share it with them. That way we can continue to grow the community and share this game with as many people as possible. But most importantly, just tune in next week for more of Cyberpunk Edge of Extinction. Once again, thank you.
Our program is made possible in part by Green Tower Games, a friendly local game shop in North Los Angeles County. Visit greentowergames.com. And by subscribers like you. Thank you.
Okay, so we rejoined the crew at Dreamland, walking upstairs into the private lounge of the Piranha Gang. Breh, you see a lot of familiar faces. You see a ganger by the name of Bird, who's wears a tight, strapless leather mini dress and fishnets. Has neon yellow hair. You see, I'm gonna throw a few at you. You can write them down if you want, but Zigzag is another one. Shoulder-length curly hair, angular build.
What was the first one's name?
Bird.
Bird and Zigzag. You see Clocks, who got their name. They're big, muscular with slick back hair, and they wear, similar to you with the suit with the arms torn off, but they are wearing between 4 and 6 watches on each arm. Hence the name Clocks. Mm-hmm. I guess there's your 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. It's probably still on wristwatches. Yeah, of course it is. Pippi, who has red braids.
Of course.
FaZe, Stiletto. You get the idea. There's a fair few gangers hanging out. Halfway into their cups, it's a Sunday. They're getting started slow. And you know there's a back office where Ajax is usually.
I just, I don't make a big scene, but I just kind of give them like a head nod, and walk straight towards Ajax's office.
Yeah. Hey, Breh, what are you doing here?
What am I doing here, guys?
You know what? You shouldn't be out there. Come in. Have a seat. Who are your friends?
This is the client that you sent to Dodger.
Oh, sure. Martian, I didn't
Yeah.
even see you back there.
Hi.
I didn't see you this far from the shortstop before.
Yeah, it's been a big day, but
Yeah, coming up in the world, eh?
yeah, thanks. Yeah. Yeah, it's been fun. These people are really they're solid. They're really great.
Is that right, Breh? They saw it?
Yes.
But we had some questions. So, Shipwrecked.
Yeah, sorry. Hi, I guess we're more connected than probably either of us realized.
Well, I'm a busy man, but I always got a little time for a friend of Breh's. What can I do you for?
I hope this isn't impolite to ask, but
You're wasting my fucking time, so...
Yeah, great. So, Brett apparently was working, the job he was working, it is my close friend that passed. And we're cool, it's fine, but we're just trying to figure out what happened and didn't know if there was any way to get information from you to help solve this. Could be something in it for you if we're real confused, but happy to give you whatever you need in the middle of it all.
If I may, just to be specific, and I was part of the job too. It's good to see you, Ajax. We understand two things. We understand that you really wanted Breh to lay low, and that we're kind of breaking that right now. But we wouldn't be doing it if we didn't think some big stuff was involved. So one of the questions is, who asked you to hire protection for Kaden, and why?
That's a bit privileged information.
I'm aware.
Why don't you get a persuasion roll? See how charismatic you can be.
All right.
I know you're good at it.
Yours.
Yeah, 17.
17. I'm not in the habit of sharing client information.
Of course not. You wouldn't be in the business. You wouldn't be doing so well in this business if you were, and I wouldn't be asking you. It wasn't important.
I know you've been around long enough to know better than to ask questions that you might not want to know the answers to. But we're all friends here. Like I said, a friend of Breh's, a friend of mine. Now, the truth is the kid's CEO uncle just paid me a pile of cash. And well, we fucked that job up, but it's water under the bridge. I lost a bundle on it, but that's how it goes sometimes.
And this uncle, he didn't give you too much information about what he needed protection from, or anything like that in particular, or what the kid was doing there to begin with?
Well, honestly, I don't know how well you knew this Kaden, but he seemed like kind of a fuck up to me.
Yeah.
He's always in here getting into shit. These corpo kids, you know the type. You're just as shit-wrecked, I assume?
Oh, yeah, I am, yeah.
Where are you? No, you said Nautica on the way into the park.
Oh, yeah, oh, sorry, yes, yeah.
You know the type. Getting in over their head. And I imagine that's the kind of shit he was worried about. These corpo types, they aren't built for the street like we are.
Yeah, ironic because they think they're untouchable.
Yeah, I guess he was pretty fucking touchable, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh. I mean, no offense, but one less corporate snot bag running around my club is not really crying a lot of tears over him, if you know what I'm saying. I'm more worried about the eddies I was out and my poor Breh here being put in such a hard spot because of it.
Was it the type of situation where he had a specific meeting that he needed protection at? Or was it the type of thing where they were asking you to get him protection to move around town?
No,
The reason I'm asking this specific question, it's just gonna sound fucking nuts, Ajax, but we think there's a cult of fucking Borgs running around ripping cyberware out of people. And even the cops don't know what the fuck to make out of it and are more than willing to let us go and get information that they're not really willing to get, that are in areas that are hotter than they're willing to enter, if you know what I mean.
Sure. I mean, it's no surprise NCPD has their head shoved up their ass, am I right?
Yeah.
But listen, I thought we were clear here. You don't ask questions when you don't need to know the answers. And that goes for me and you, but that also goes for me and my clients. All right, they pay me a lot of money to do jobs. Clearly, it's stiff over the car. He thought Kaden was in over his head. He was worried about him. He's looking after his family. I can understand that. Family means a lot to me too, right?
Yeah.
And he paid me a pile of cash. It's nothing to him, right? Of course, it didn't stop him from coming and taking out of my ass when the kid got killed.
Of course not.
But what are you talking about, religious? I mean, gangers, whacking gangers, killing corpos, that's nothing new. I don't know what the fuck that kid was doing in that hot area.
I know we've wasted so much of your time already, but have you heard about the Church of Ascension? I think that
I'm not really the religious type.
Me neither. I think that this could be a really great opportunity for us. We found some crazy religious zealots that were ganking people in this apartment building and taking out their cyberware. Their base is in the hot zone, in the hole, where the building was blown up. They have stolen so much cyberware from everybody, all different kinds, which I think that, the cops refuse to go into the hot zone. They refuse to, help us with any of this investigation. I think it would be beneficial to send people in to gather this cyberware and perhaps resell or repurpose. Along with that, they also, they kept on going on about communing with their goddess, which to me sounded like they were jacking into the net. But they seemed to believe that there was something below the net that they were communing with. That's what the Ascension is to them. Whether this be an extreme virus program or something else entirely, it could very well be helpful for what I'm doing also.
Look, you're a smart kid. I'm willing to overlook that you're not going through the proper channels here. But I appreciate that you're coming to me with what sounds like could be a pretty good score. Right?
It's a lot of gear.
It's a lot of gear, right? And I understand you maybe need my resources to help you move that said gear. And it sounds like you maybe need some more resources to obtain said gear. All this bullshit about you shouldn't fuck with the net. You're a smart kid. I appreciate what you do for us. But, you know, there's rabbits out there, you're gonna get your fucking brain fried. I don't want to see that. You're too valuable of a commodity to me here with your brain intact. Don't fuck around with that shit. But you should go to Dodger with this next time, right?
Absolutely.
Right, there's a certain, but hey, between you and me, we could cut her out of this one. Yeah? Fair's fair. She should keep you guys on a tighter leash. So what do you want from me?
The only reason why we came to you, sir, is because you hired me. Dodger didn't. To protect Kaden. So that's why we came to you, sir.
Fair enough. I understand the confusion. We're gonna straighten it out, okay?
Because as far as I understand, sir, I'm still employed by you. You're just hiding me out at Dodgers. So
Yeah.
with all due respect, sir, I'm still loyal to you, sir.
I appreciate that. And I'm loyal to you too, Breh. So what do you want from me? You need, what do you need, guns? You look pretty strapped.
Well, since
You already got one of my best men on the wheel.
Oh, I know. Well, if it's gonna come,
Maybe some foot soldiers?
Okay.
I mean, protection going into the hot zone.
Yeah, like some anti-radiation gear, maybe?
That might be a tough ask. Let's see what we can do. He puts on little glasses. Well, I can see who's available for you, but I'm certain we can get someone decent in a fight. There's a fair few. We could talk to Bird, maybe FaZe. No reason to ask for another wheelman. Like I said, you got the best in the business already. Rad suits. I'll see what I can do. It's gonna take a couple days. And what do I dare ask? What do I get out of this little adventure?
We only need one set of cyberware. We're only looking for a specific cyberware that was taken from one individual.
Kaden.
Don't even need all of it, just the
The rest
brain.
is yours.
I take it the kid, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
You could have whatever profits you get. You could do with it what you will. Maybe just make sure we're okay.
All right, so bare minimum, I'm gonna need to recoup my costs right off the top. That means the 2-foot soldiers, two, is that enough? Do you need a whole fucking army or what?
We'll should be good. We'll try and scope it out and see how many. We're just worried how many are in there.
Yeah,
We don't even know how many are in there.
But Brett has 3 sticks of dynamite, so it should be okay.
we still need to case it. You don't have anyone that can do, or anything that can do a little, say, aerial surveillance of the hot zone and still come back intact?
No, sorry, man.
No drones,
NCPD's
no.
kind of got the air game on lock.
Okay,
Unless you're, running Militech gear or some shit.
all right.
Corpos don't ever fly.
Yeah, I'm strictly land-based. You could go Leo and try to get some big fucking binoculars and look from space, but I don't know how else you're gonna look at the hot zone.
Okay, cool. Well, Then I have a short shopping list for you, but I'll give that to you.
Shopping
At the end there. Nothing major. I just gotta go in there with something other than, my civvy gear. You know what I mean?
Okay, so you're looking for rad suits and firepower.
Just one decent assault rifle
Yeah, fuck.
that I can silence and do a little zoom in with. That's it.
Ajax,
And I'll tell you, in addition, I'll get with you in a second, hon. I need to recoup costs on this. I'd also like to recoup the costs on what I lost from the Akari fucker. No offense to you, Breh, but I'd be remiss if I didn't say this was all wrapped up in my bottom line. Now, if what you say is true, it should definitely cover all of this and you can walk away with your brain. But if not, you'll just have to owe me.
Oh, wow.
Is that a problem?
What are we looking at?
Favor? Explain her a favor later, okay?
No.
It's
What
just
are we
a
looking
job.
at cost-wise? Oh, we owe you a favor. Not, okay.
Favor is the
Okay.
cost.
It's just we just do a job for him or something.
Okay, I was.
That's what I work for him because of that.
Favor is the cost. Let's be clear. We can't vouch for what's in there or the value of what's in
Yeah,
there. This is just conjecture on our part. So in a lot of ways, this is.
That he doesn't.
Okay, so if you go out and you turn up bupkis and you come back with nothing,
That's what I'm saying.
you're just gonna owe me a big favor.
can we
Because your friend's a Brez. What do you need, Martian?
can we get back to you tomorrow morning?
You just wasted fucking 15 minutes of my goddamn time. You need me to wait until tomorrow? Yeah, fine. Get the fuck out of here. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Sorry.
Go.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Ajax.
Brad,
I-
stay a minute.
Yes, sir. I'll be just a second, guys.
Yeah, close the door.
Close the door.
Show. Who are these clowns?
Well, you know Martian.
Sure.
And Ricky, you've seen him around. He's a cool guy. He's a lot of people like him.
I can see that.
And so far, it seems like Shitwrecked, she's been real nice to me.
Shitwrecked, that's the corpo bimbo. What? She bankrolling you guys? What's the deal?
Yeah.
Okay, I can respect that. Now, I'm gonna have to reprimand you just a little bit here. You shouldn't be showing up here at Dreamland. This is not safe. They're watching this place.
I know, sir. I'm sorry. We just needed to talk to you.
Well, I'm glad you're here. I just want to let you know I sent some money to your ma. I know you haven't been able to lately, on account of land.
Is that safe?
I got my ways. I just want you to know she's taken care of.
Thank you.
Yeah, we take care of our family, okay?
My cousin?
Yeah, cousin too.
Okay.
All taken care of.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Keep an eye on your agent, all right? I might ping you with something.
You got it.
Oh, take care, buddy.
Does that mean I'm off restriction?
Oh no.
Okay. I'm sorry, sir.
It's all right, boy. He comes up and he does a hug. He's
As much as he can wait.
He's got big arms, but he's
Whoa.
got big arms.
You gotta shake it.
Your teeth did not part once during that entire conversation.
He's got big arms, but you're a very big boy. But he's Ajax is Ajaxed as well.
Nice.
Take care, big guy.
You do, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right. And that's
I head out.
What's next?
We have
When
to.
we get out the
have-
front, I want to go, what the heck was that about?
We have to go talk to Dodger. About
He's so
this.
pissed off.
We have to go talk to Dodger about this.
He was so mad.
I don't know what a big favor is. We don't know how much stuff they actually have. Like, we have an approximate amount, 6 people, 5 to 6 people.
Big favor is just, I've been working for him for a long time. Big favor just means you do a job for free. That's all it means. Or,
I know, but
or
the
a
last
big
time
favor is a dangerous job.
The last time you did a job, like, it went sideways.
Yeah, but he was fine.
I feel like we have to talk to Dodger, but I don't know if this is safe. He wants to cut her out because we went through the wrong, like, pathways for stuff. Like, this, I don't know. I thought it was a good idea, but now I'm not so sure.
Like I kind of get the rules of the street, and not kind of. I understand the rules of the street, but at the same time, this isn't really breaking them, right? He wants to bankroll the whole thing. It's not like Dodger would.
or could, for that
Or
matter.
could. You know, we went to him with a question. He retorted with a job. We didn't come here asking for a job. If he wants to offer us an opportunity, that's not.
But that's what he does. He's a boss man. You come to him with a problem, he's going to want to solve it. He's a boss man.
No.
That's what he does.
Yeah,
Listen, we can find a way to get something to Dodger. I only worry about talking to her and Dodger not letting you do this. That is my only concern.
I was going to give
Is Dodger
Dodger my
wanting-
share of her money anyway.
Listen, you want to go and be straight with Dodger and say how this is going to go down, but it's not really. We can do that, but it's not like we can change the terms. Even if she'll just be pissed. But we can just live with her being pissed at us, and it's like this is how it went down. You know, but now we got to do it.
I don't really like anybody being pissed at me, but I definitely don't want Ajax being pissed at me.
Well,
He's
I
my
hate-
boss.
I hate keeping shit from people even more, though.
Well, let's go let Dodger know, but I just want you to know that there's a chance that Dodger will tell you, no way can you do this. Because it is dangerous. But if you're okay with that, look,
Well, if Dodger
if we
says no,
if we
she's not
break
gonna
in
do
there
it.
and there are tons of cyberware, he's not gonna know how much there is or isn't. And if we take one thing to sell to pay Dodger something, he's not gonna know that.
That is true.
Well,
Or I can just give her some money
That
or
doesn't-
something.
that sounds dangerous. I don't think that's a good idea.
We'll figure it out.
Skimming off the top of Ajax
It's not skimming off the top of Ajax. It's tribute to Dodger.
by skimming off the top of Ajax.
We're the ones that get grabbing
I don't
the
think he's
stuff.
going to see it that way.
Especially if we have 2 foot soldiers with us.
All right, fine,
he
then I
wants-
will just give Dodger money. We can figure it out. Let's go tell her.
Okay, we go back to the short side.
All right.
Or you said we got to get back to Ajax tomorrow, and maybe that's just the alteration to our deal.
Yeah.
We break off a piece for Dodger, or that's that's your terms.
Okay, the scene at the shortstop could not be more different than Dreamland. There is no line at the door. There's no bouncer, because he's working with you guys. There is no, there's some shitty music playing on a jukebox with probably a half-busted speaker, and a few of the locals deep in their cups. And aside from that, the joint is empty, and of course the sound of Dodger behind the bar. She's sort of like engrossed in, she's got some like a ledger like laid out on the bar, and she's kind of like scribbling in it.
Dodger, I'm back. Do you got a seamstress?
No, you're gonna have to take it next door. I think they're closed maybe in the morning.
How long do they take?
What do you got?
Just a little bit of light problems, and then I pop out the bullet.
Oh, that kind of seems okay. Yeah. Next door, they can usually. I've got you know what? I've got an in with them. They'll get it done in an hour. No problem.
I gotta drop mine off too. We'll do a 2-for-1 or something. I mean, discount.
Yeah, everyone on this block works for me. You know it.
Thanks, Dodge. This is also the first time you've seen him sober, and probably a good while, a good long while.
Hey, you look good.
Oh, thanks. I haven't showered. I should probably shower. Do I still got blood on my forehead?
You do.
Okay.
I like that your apartment is where the garage is. You basically just live in your where your car is.
Nice.
So you have like a little cot and a shower that you've been staying in. It's not, you were living a little higher when you were working in Ajax's crew, but it's totally fine accommodation.
Okay.
Good to see you, George.
Right, drinks?
Yes.
Sure,
let's do
yeah,
it.
it's been a day.
I think I'm gonna take a shower instead.
Okay.
Love
Works
that
for me.
you.
Good idea.
Listen, I have a +10 to personal grooming, and I'm offended by your stank.
Shipwreck's been like trying not to just retch.
All day long.
She saw like an emaciated body at the morgue, and you're grosser.
Oh my god. We should have totally done like a resist poison, Just spend a day around them.
Like when you grappled the wolf and he just went unconscious.
You should put him in your armpit.
It's not your arms, it's not your, oh god. You went out.
Okay. Drinks?
Drinks.
Hard stuff? Smash? What are we doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna start hard today. Just
Excellent. I'm in a good mood myself.
with whiskey.
A smash. Yeah.
So the brown one? Okay. It's up to you. They all taste the same to me. Pulls a smash, hands it over. Whew. The books.
Looking good.
Books look good. How about you guys?
Is that
You
why
had a
you're such a
successful
good
day?
Well,
We had a big day.
Big day.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We
I saw the bullet holes. Is everything okay? Staying out
Yeah.
of trouble?
We
Yeah.
ran into a cult.
So we found this crazy cult called the Ascension. Oh, dropping dice. Hold for dice. So we found this crazy cult called the Ascension, the Church of the Ascension.
Nah, I never heard of
They're
it.
like the opposite of the Inquisitors. They believe that our final form is completely metal and synthetic. It's a little.
That sounds kind of crazy.
Yeah,
It's
they're
a little
ripping.
crazy.
They're ripping cyberware out of people over in the was it just the hot zone? What was that area that we were in called?
You were on the edge of the
Edge of
hot
the hot
zone
zone,
in Green. I'll get back to you.
That's fine. I just want to inform Dodger that that area, if they send people over there to be careful, because there's guys ripping cyberware out of people.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but our bar is in a combat zone, so really there's nowhere safe. It sounds horrible though. It really does. And I'm sorry sounds like you had a day. First round's on me. How about that?
sure.
Yeah, so we found that, and then we went to the police station. We went to the morgue, did some diving in the morgue. Then we decided to see Ajax. And he decided to cut us a deal to give us the stuff we needed to go to this Church of the Ascension that's in like ground zero, like in the hole.
Wait. Back it up.
If I can interject, we really went in there to ask some questions. And this was the result.
You went to ask questions of Ajax? Like
Well, he's just
like Ajax.
Ajax. I mean, he's always just like been so nice. Like I just thought that we'd be able to get in and get out, and then he started talking about like, well, if this goes wrong, then you owe me a favor, and
And then he was like,
And the questions were directly related to something that had nothing to do with the shortstop. It had to do with a job that he hired Breh directly for. That's what the question was about. And then it got to this.
I want to know what you think we should do.
Well, I can sure as shit tell you what you should have done.
Yeah.
I know.
You know what? He did too.
This is why I should have gone to you. I was rolling with this crew all day. I didn't want to bug you. I didn't want to stop them and keep them from going places. But
Look, I'm not mad. This is not the kind of shit you really should be getting involved in. We got a good thing going here.
I know.
I appreciate your talents. Guys like Ajax aren't going to appreciate your talents. Oh, well, you guys kind of stepped in it. I mean, look, Ajax, he's like, I don't know what he's like. He's like a fucking walking, he's a volcano. He's real, I don't know what he's, maybe not a volcano. He's a force of nature, all right? He's a tidal wave. And what you've done is you've paddled out on a little fucking boogie board and jumped on top of a tidal wave. And I guess, if that's what you want to do, you're just gonna have to ride that bitch.
Hey, we didn't sign on the dotted line yet.
We have till tomorrow morning.
I know that
you
we
think we don't really have.
You think that the answer to doing a job for Ajax is not doing a job for Ajax? You're fucking wrong, okay?
Yeah.
Look, we just wanted to buy some time to talk to
Ricky, you know, but there's a
to let you
chain.
know.
There's a chain.
I know.
There's a way things work.
I know, but you want to talk about a tidal wave?
You took my client right over my head, straight to. You should know better.
That wasn't the plan.
You took my client straight over my head to my boss.
Okay, not to get a job. It wasn't to get a job.
If you had questions, you come and ask me.
Yeah. Right.
And if I don't know the answers, I can ask him. That's how it works.
So do you know who hired? No, wait, we already got that answer. Never mind, forget it.
No, I don't fucking know who hired anybody because I don't ask stupid questions.
The thing is, they're not stupid if the problem's starting to come to our door. These motherfuckers are running through the streets, ripping shit out of people. Last time I checked, you got cyberware. He's got cyberware. I've got some.
Oh, look at these. And she pulls out of the trash can a couple of scream sheets and throws them on the bar. This cyberware theft, this guy got shot in the head, this is all a bunch of, it's every fucking day.
I'm talking about what I
We're
saw.
living in a city with millions of people.
All due respect, I'm talking about what we saw with our own eyes today. Guys we fought today. This bullet that got lodged in him, bink, today. Right? Look at this. Look at this. Look at my fucking jacket. Right? You know how I feel about this jacket.
Yeah.
This isn't somebody
jacket.
making shit up on a scream sheet. This is fucking weird. And we talked to one of these guys directly.
Okay, well, here's what I'll say. I'm not excited about it, but I got paid today, so I'm in a good mood. I'm a little worried for you, Martian. If anything happens to her, it's on you.
I'm not gonna let anything happen to her. Hey! It's Ricky. Right?
You know why I'm here.
You do know why I'm here. Hey, and I gotta be back here for a show next week.
Start on time for once, please. You
do you even know how cool works? You never start on time.
No, this dickhead Jackson shows up 10 hours before the gig and starts drinking. He's going to put me out of business.
Well, the problem is he does show up on time. That's the problem. I hear you.
He's always here, and you know what he does is he plugs in his goddamn guitar and sound checks, and he's making all of our goddamn ears bleed.
All right, I'll talk to him, and I have to. I'm sorry, it is funny, but yes, I'll talk to him.
You're lucky you're so cute.
So we have to do this job.
Yeah, I mean, it's this job, or you're going to be on his payroll, and we're going to say goodbye for a while. So I'll do what I can to smooth things over, but yeah, you got to do this. There is no halfway. There is no halfway with Ajax, you guys. He's not Mr. Clean, he's Ajax. I'm sitting here saying the name over and over again.
I know.
All right. Well,
Well, it is what it is, as my Aunt Judy used to say. Let's get to it. What do we got to do?
drinks?
Tonight,
Let's start with drinks.
tonight we drink.
Yeah, so tonight we drink.
Okay. We can fast
After
forward.
about an hour, I come and join you guys after I've showered up and stuff.
Yeah.
I did send
better.
I didn't send a response to Red Ghost.
Okay. Yeah, nothing back yet from him.
Okay, great. And I'm just gonna buzz. I'm gonna send Aunt Judy a quick buzz and just be like, let me know if you're running into this shit. And I mentioned the Ascension
You sent a message to Judy?
to Aunt Judy. Yep. Wait, no, sorry. Aunt Judy's been off the grid for a while.
She's a little off grid right now.
That's right. Never mind. I'm mixing up my timelines. Never mind. So cool. No, that's it.
Yep.
Yep.
Cool. So if there's nothing else you want to do, we can take a day of rest. I don't know if you have a few hit points you need to
Yeah.
recoup.
Just a
Drop your armor off at the seamstress on Monday morning. Get it back by the middle of the day. And what you could simply ping Ajax, or if you want to go back to Dreamland and further negotiate, that's fine.
Can I ping Ajax? Is that okay with everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I want to ask him for some better armor if he has it.
Okay, yeah. So
Or we could go in person and talk.
probably the day of. So you can just ping him and agree, and then the day of, you know he's got gear for jobs like this. There will be some stuff available. Okay.
okay.
When you ping him, are you also letting him know that you told Dodger? Or no?
I think I should just go in person. I'm gonna go in person and I'm gonna say that we're in, and I'm gonna ask if we, in the wreckage of or whatever the cyberware we find, if we could take a new cyber arm for Dodger. Nothing fancy.
You alone?
Brez
I mean, I would be there.
Well,
Yeah.
we told you not to come around. Should you go with her?
Oh, I mean, I would be in my car. So actually, no, I wouldn't be in the room because he told me not to be there.
But maybe I'd be in the bar outside, just watching the door.
Okay. Yeah, you're either there's a downstairs club, and then there's the upstairs lounge where mostly gangers are, but they would let you in with Martian. My little Martian, look at you coming up in the world, making deals. Dodger came and talked to me. I appreciate your loyalty to Dodger. I just want you to know, she doesn't know everything. She doesn't run this town. She's still learning too. But you're a bright kid. Gonna be top of your class, I can tell.
Thanks.
We'll take care of Dodger.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I think this might turn out to be profitable. Come talk to me after. I got some work for you.
Okay. I'm kind of excited about it, actually.
Me too. Okay.
I don't know if a happy Ajax is a good thing. I'm like, oh no, he's happy.
Now I'm busy. I'll see you guys on Thursday, okay? So he takes a few days to acquire the radiation suits that he's going to let you borrow, and body armor is definitely on the table. Yeah, is there anything else you want to take care of before?
Yada, yada,
Yeah,
yada, armor.
I didn't see your response until just now.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't send it until just you said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then I see it, and I go,
I didn't read your text until you said it.
okay, gotcha.
Sorry.
So I message back, I go, okay, voice call time.
Yeah, sometime, okay. He responds with a specific time, and you're able to make that time.
Okay.
And he calls you, and like usual, it doesn't have any identifying number, any name. It's just like this nondescript number, but it pings at the exact specified time.
Okay. I pick up, and I'm like, I'm gonna cut to it. You? What for?
Yeah. He was one of my sources. I don't understand. 2 + 2 here, buddy.
Oh, sources of info. So this was just a wrong place, wrong time thing.
As far as I can tell. Really fucking chaps my hide, to be honest. I was really hoping to get that kid. He was connected. I mean, you know who he was, right?
Oh yeah. All too well. I was at the memorial.
I'm sure it was a touching affair. It's precious. Yeah, he didn't tell me what it was about, but he was so connected. I thought this was gonna crack the whole thing open.
All right.
So close, everything we're trying to do.
I know. Okay, I'm gonna come clean to my crew. I'll keep your ultimate ID as secret as always.
Remember, less people that know, the better.
Absolutely.
Okay, but you think you can get that brain? Get a hold of his brain.
That is all. Let's just say, all roads point to that fucking brain. Yes.
Okay.
It's that, or you won't hear from me again.
Well, that sounds pretty fucking ominous.
Well, so is what the fuck I'm walking into.
All right, well, I gotta go.
All right, me too. Later. All right, so whatever. So we want to do it now. At some point, I asked to chat with them privately. It could be at the shortstop or whatever. It's like, okay, here's the deal. I know who Kaden was meeting that night. And I know why Kaden was meeting them. It wasn't for anything incredibly weird. It was just a passing of information. That's all it was. From what they know, I didn't know who it was until very, very recently. And so far, this just sounds like a wrong place, wrong type sort of thing. But if it's what I think, Kaden was on the side of trying to, let's say, affect Akari negatively. He's trying to bring down the oligarchy, man. And either he got caught or this was a complete fucking coincidence.
If he knew what I was doing, I don't understand why he wouldn't have come to me and why he had to be in a sketchy back alley, and how would those freaks know exactly when he would be there and how much he had on him? Like, your friend doesn't have cyberware? How did he not get hit?
You know, I think it happened before he got there.
How did that, like if someone had to tell them he was in that room because we found out he was renting it by the hour. Someone had to know he was there to make that fucking
I'll tell you right now, my friend gets nothing with Kaden dead. This hurts him more than helps him.
I don't.
So the thing is that the answer is not there. The answer is, was it a coincidence? Was it not? Does someone know what Kaden was doing? Kaden was passing information that was against Akari.
Yeah, and so if he wasn't actually going to do some shady deal, who do you think found out what he was doing and tried to have him followed and maybe, had a backup plan?
Maybe his uncle.
Yeah, maybe his uncle, because Kelton's a piece of shit. And if he found out what Kaden was up to, he would not want that to happen. Thereby tried to make this whole thing look like some freak accident using these cultists.
AKA the puppeteer. Just never see the fucking strings.
Do you understand what they're talking about? I'm so lost.
Basically, what you need to know is that you were set up to fail, and it's absolutely not your fault.
No, Ajax would never set me up.
No, not Ajax. Who hired Ajax set you both up to fail.
It is all part of a ruse, a game, a facade.
Some corpo bullshit.
Yeah, to make it look like this was a complete freak accident.
This is what I said right at the beginning. These corpos, they always have people that are after them.
Now,
there's a power vacuum. It's exactly what I said earlier. I mean,
Except it wouldn't be someone being after the corpos. It would be the corpo after their own family.
I know, they eat each other. This is what Night City is. This is what these people are. This is why
they were just silencing him. That's it.
Well, you guys are really smart to figure this out.
Well, we're putting it together as far as having a hard piece of evidence to prove that. I'm gonna guess that's the fucking brain.
Yeah, we need that brain.
Otherwise, these are just really smart guesses.
it's okay though, because we're gonna get it. So
you know what? Fuck yeah, we are.
we're gonna get it.
Fuck yeah, we are.
We have all of the stuff that we need. It's
Yep.
gonna happen.
Let's do it. We'll do it. But yeah, I got that info. Now I need another shot. Yeah. So I do. I take another drink and
Great.
see where this takes us.
All right, the Thursday rolls around.
What does the armor do for me?
So we'll roll at night. If you want it, you can take heavier armor. It does impact your movement. So you can take your armor up to 13, but you'll have a -2 to move. Yeah, and that's the biggest, that's what he's got. So just a heavy armor jack.
Yeah, I don't think I can do that because I need to be able to get in the front line, so I have to move quickly.
The radiation stuff, it's really lightweight. It doesn't look bulletproof or knife-proof at all, but he also has got a hold of a couple Geiger counter, radiation sensors, so that you'll have an idea of how close you are to getting into unsafe levels. So he's able to secure 2 of those and 4 suits for you guys. The 2 foot soldiers are Zigzag and Phase. They're gangers from the piranhas, and they have a vehicle. So Zigzag's a driver.
Gaze was the other one.
Phase.
You said? Phase.
Are either one of them snipers?
No, not as such. They're mostly what you would call. So one's a wheel. Zigzag drives, and of course everybody carries iron.
But I can provide Overwatch. If you're saying that out loud, I can provide Overwatch if that's something you're looking for.
I wasn't part of saying it out loud.
Phase's preferred method is a shotgun and explosives. So they're known to carry grenades and a shotgun. And they don't have rad suits. So, but they're given instructions to, once it gets to a point where the radiation is going to kill you, you make your own call about how safe it is, but if you need to turn around, if it's that deep, then that's going to be pretty fucked anyway. But I think Ajax is thinking, not to role play it all out, but is that if they're close enough to the epicenter of the explosion that you're actively taking damage, they're all going to be dead anyway when you show up.
They all, as in everyone in the Church of Ascension? Yeah.
You're going to show up to
Yeah.
a bunch of dead people in a church,
Yeah.
which, wouldn't be the first time.
Right.
Yeah, so, but FaZe and Zigzag are kind of crazy fucks anyway. They basically are going to be high the whole time. You know this. All right. And then you wanted an assault rifle.
Assault rifle silenced with decent long range and a variable scope.
Sure. And if anybody needs the heavier armor, he welcomes it. If
I go as heavy as I can without affecting my movement or my stealth.
yeah, for sure. So the light armor jack is where you want to be.
Which is probably 11. I think.
Yeah, 11 is where it's at.
Where I'm at.
You get a high quality assault rifle. That's going to give you +1 to hit.
Okay.
It's a loner.
Totally.
Anybody else need any gear? You got 3 sticks of dynamite.
Don't worry, guys. Breh's got some dynamite.
I'll get the very heavy pistol.
You're gonna grab a very heavy pistol.
Yeah.
He certainly raises an eyebrow. You sure you can handle it?
We'll find out.
Okay, and you head to the edge of the hot zone. There's a second car comes with you to the edge of the hot zone and then peels off as you enter into the more destroyed areas. You are not sure. It's kind of a big place. So you're going to have to do a little bit of investigating. But you basically, how would you go about this? I think you have a big circle of hot zone. How would you go about searching
I have a
it?
question.
Yeah, go ahead.
With my radio communication ability,
Mm-hmm.
does that mean is there a way for me to like lock into nearby radios chatter and overhear things?
Give us some of that
Absolutely.
media shit.
Yeah.
finally.
I would love to do that as we drive around,
Ah.
see if I pick up any, the flesh is unworthy.
That was great.
Absolutely, excellent. Do you have like a basic tech to operate that, or?
I have my cyberware. I have the radio communicator.
Okay, the communication suite.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, you activate that. Let's make
1 mile range.
yeah, for sure. You're using this. This is going to be a little bit of a challenge because you turn it on and immediately it doesn't sound like anything you're used to because there's a lot of radiation in the air. It's interfering with the signal. But let's
Cryptography, deduction,
sure.
conceal, reveal object.
Conceal object. No.
I also have basic tech if I could help. I have like a lot of some of the tech skills.
Okay, you let's roll basic tech to try and dial it in, and then you can actually use that deductions if you like,
Cool.
or if you.
I would like.
I have basic tech, cyber tech, electronics, and security tech.
So this will be basic for this one.
Explodes.
Oh, nice.
26.
20.
Great. Those are some great rolls. With the 26, you like turn a couple of knobs and you're like, oh, it's so noisy. You just filter out the radiation sound almost immediately. And with a 20, you're driving and suddenly you catch a signal that sounds like old television. There's like a sermon that you make
We
out.
heard at the apartment complex.
And it's cutting in and out, and it keeps cutting. But as you drive, suddenly the signal like pops in, like when
So I'm doing like hot and cold while he
You're doing-
drives.
yes.
Hotter, colder, hotter, warm.
And as you approach the center of the hot zone, the signal gets pretty crystal clear. And you see amidst, as you're driving, you've been so hotter, colder, and you look up and you see how all of the buildings are missing facades, the roofs are blown off, the bits of things are crumbling.
Very holy.
There's an enormous like corporate art statue that's just like busted, and even partially it was like a metallic sphere that looks like it's been partially melted. And then standing tall on the end of one of the city blocks, you see the telltale arches of what would be a church. It's half destroyed. It's only half standing, and a scrawled along on one of those light up signs that's not lit. There's just those plastic letters, and they put them in, and you just see the word Ascension.
When you did this, I was like, the telltale signs of a McDonald's?
Of a McDonald's. You see a McDonald's.
It's still there somehow?
No, like the Gothic arches.
Yes.
McDonald's, I mean, a curry.
Guys, I think we found it.
You drive straight up, or
Let's case it a little bit.
Yeah.
okay.
Are the people outside walking in and out?
Yeah, what you're driving, so what do you do?
When the old church broadcast, did they hear that when we went to the apartment complex, or was that when I was there on game one?
The church broadcast was when you guys were all there.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought that was-
I know. We played a lot of Cyberpunk.
Yeah, sorry.
In
Just
the
my
last
head's a little
3
yeah.
days.
Yeah.
That was during that.
Just this
Yeah,
last
when
one.
we were breaking into the office, we could hear it playing in one of the apartment buildings.
Yeah, we didn't think anything of it
like
because
it's Sunday.
it was Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Right.
Well, we actually thought it was the Inquisitors, is what we thought it was.
Yeah.
Because they're kind of dressed like Inquisitors. And
So
Maybe they broadcast from
Yeah.
here and the people don't watch it.
as you approach the church, you see something eerie, like it's lit up green, and then it sort of flickers off and then is red, and then kind of like if someone had a television on in the other room, you'd see it flickering against the wall. That's like, but it's lighting up the entire church. Like there's some kind of a light show going on inside.
I see. Are there obvious other entrances and exits besides the main big church entrance?
So From where you are in the car down the street, it's a little hard to see ingress, egress.
Okay.
But it looks pretty blown out. Like, you'd be surprised that those walls are not, everything around here is half destroyed.
Are Phase and Zigzag behind us?
They're close behind you. They ping on the agent. What's going on?
Stand by. Stand by.
Like, who is this? Oh. You went action hero for a minute.
Stand by.
I said to you guys, I know you thought you'd never hear me say this, but I don't think we can go full frontal.
Should we kill the engine?
Yeah.
Yeah, the car behind you rattles to their engine rattles to a halt. And you're parked down the street from this church.
Well, how stealthy is everyone?
I mean, I'm pretty hard to notice.
Significantly. This I've done before. How about you?
I'm okay. I'm not the worst. I'm not the best.
I can be quiet sometimes.
Do you wanna try and get closer on foot and see what you can see?
Maybe
take one like group from behind us.
Maybe divide and conquer.
I'm just hesitant to send Martian in before we know what we're going towards.
All right.
Not that I don't appreciate your life as well.
Hey, it's not a D&D. We can break up the fucking party, right?
Oh, famous last words.
I don't know.
I'm not looking.
Ricky boys.
I'm not looking to permanently break up the party. I'm just looking to get a scout on what we're gonna go into.
I will scout ahead.
I would like to scout.
moment you say divide and
ahead.
the moment you say divide and conquer, Breh would be like, I don't like that idea at all. I can't protect you if you're not near me.
No, I know that.
No.
I'm being more facetious. I'm not going to engage anyone.
But if I scout ahead, I can also scan for possible places to interface with.
Okay, fine. Go
And
with
that's not
Ricky
something
and
that
take
anyone else can do.
Breh, how stealthy are they behind us? Or are they just good for firing and killing?
I don't know them super well.
One's a driver, one's a gun guy.
One's a driver, one's a gun guy.
All right, I'll just send you two in and we'll be on standby. We'll be watching.
Oh no, I'm gonna be there with them.
You said you're only kind of stealthy.
Yes, but I won't let them go alone.
Okay. But if you're not, quietness is what gets them caught.
Then I'm in trouble.
I mean, I think we'll be okay.
I don't feel good about that.
Listen, we're staying here. We're watching them. They're not going in.
You're just providing cover.
Chumba, I'm not letting her go alone. Mars doesn't go anywhere without me. Especially when we're dangerous.
All right.
I can scout by myself and report back. I know what wait, no. These are not necessarily visible data points.
Yeah.
I mean,
I need to scan.
she needs a
You'd
scan.
have to
yeah.
scan.
I need.
You're too far away right now to scan.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I need to scout.
How close do you need to be to scan?
Like a couple meters, like close. Like I need to get up in there.
All right.
Brett, I really think you should just give us cover. It's not that you're not there, it's just you're protecting from a distance.
If I can get that close, then
And Ricky's gonna be there.
what I'm saying is if I go ahead and I get that close without any incident,
Then he'll be fine.
Yeah.
then
So
you guys
he'll-
can-
Ricky
So
takes
what?
point.
You're just scouting just to scout?
Yeah,
Okay, because you have good perception or whatever.
Just to get a count.
and stealth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because I'm just wondering, since you're the one who's got the ability to snipe, I'm wondering if it's better if you stay back.
Yeah.
Although I have absolutely abhorrent.
Yeah, but I mean, we need
perception.
somebody to stealth and perceive, and we don't want me to go alone. So
Totally. I mean, it makes more sense for this to happen. It's just Breh's
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
let it.
yeah.
Yeah. So, no, what you're saying, Breh, makes sense. Except that then that kind of changes this whole thing. So, if you want her to stay here with you, I'll go ahead and report back.
Just the three of you, just go. Just be really careful, please.
Okay.
Maybe army crawl. I don't know. You're so tall.
Yeah. All right.
All right, let's get stealth checks.
That's not too bad. 14.
Also 14.
See?
It's a low roll.
17. It was a low roll too. 17.
It's okay. Yeah, you approach with a 14 and a 17. I'll dictate how close you feel like you can get without alerting anybody.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's less. You're aware of how quiet you are, and a higher stealth roll would have got you a little closer. But you see a lot, so you work your way up to the perimeter of the grounds of the church. There's like a little bit of a fence kind of running around, and you see there's like an outbuilding that's partially destroyed as well, and you're able to kind of like hide up, move into that outbuilding, and there's a little bit of a ledge you climb up and peek over, and through the windows of the church, the first thing you notice is the source of this flickering are these. There's this sort of altar of looks like video screens, and they're alternating images, and you see a picture of a sage-looking man with little glasses, and there's a little quote above his head. It's too hard to make out from here, and then it flips, and you just see a nature scene with picturesque with trees, and then as your eyes adjust to the flickering, you notice there are not pews but crates and all kinds of detritus sort of lined up like in lines for as if they were church pews, and lines of people seated, but their heads are down. Let's make a perception check since we're now getting to the point.
It's the first good roll I've ever had on perception.
15.
14.
16.
Hey, 16. Look at this. After all this, Breh.
I know. After all this, I'm sorry, Breh.
People are always underestimating him.
Yeah, but
He's the one who told me he was only kind of quiet. So
There's
Because that's
over,
what he's going to talk about himself.
if it's over a 15, you see that each and every one of them has a data port in the back of their head, and they're all daisy chained together, just all along in lines. And there's cabling, and then there's a man standing next to the altar of televisions, and he's making these kinds of motions like he's speaking, but you're too far away to hear anything that he's saying.
The DV on that was 15.
Now for listening, that would have given me a 17 for listening.
Yeah,
Do I hear-
regardless, you're
do I hear
okay
what
with
you're
a
saying?
17. You're not hearing what they're saying,
Okay.
but you're hearing that all the people that are in lines, daisy chained together. Occasionally, you hear them all murmur in unison.
Okay. All right. We relay that back to.
Well, yeah, I relay all the.
can I get an
Info.
estimate on how many people it looks like?
I say some scary shit, that's for sure.
There's of the people that are worshiping, the worshipers.
that are jacked in.
Yeah, maybe a few dozen, not any more than that.
Okay.
And you don't see anything other than that within the church. You do see that the exterior does have a few turrets that appear to be active.
I think I would love to make a scan check right about now.
From where you are,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Can I also ask them like how cyber weirded out the people look, or if
Yeah, you can ping them back on your agent. What'd you get?
It's only a 7.
Only a 7. From here, what you know of turrets is that they will have an operating system nearby. You're not seeing anything from outside the building
Okay.
just yet. Possibly if you got closer, you can catch those.
How borged out are they? Pretty borged out? From what we can tell.
From what you can tell, if they are They're not like rocking big gun arms or anything like that. They appear, I mean, honestly, with your 15 perception, they look like people.
Okay.
I mean, clearly they have implants because they are plugged in, but that's it.
But yeah, I get the sense like I have to get a little closer to know more. Are there people? So these walls are like busted open. So basically looking right inside the church. There's no door or anything like that.
No, you can absolutely see, and actually
Yeah.
you see like one of the corners of the church is completely crumbled. You could walk right in from that side. In fact, where you're at, now that you've made this move, it wouldn't be too difficult for Shitwrecked and the other soldiers to advance to where you are.
Okay.
You feel pretty confident that they could do that.
I signal them up, but it's not a bunch of military symbols or anything like that. I just tell them on the agent. I just ping them, and but aside from the turrets, do I see anyone not jacked in paying attention other than the preacher? And I, as in like guards walking the perimeter. If I can't see it, I can't see it. But
Sorry, your visual perception check was a 15?
yes.
Yeah, because you're sitting here for a while, you do notice there are a couple of, they almost are like walking up and down like with a collection plate, but there's no collection plate. But they're dressed in the blue robes of the wolves.
Okay.
So essentially you're sort of putting together the sheep and the wolves.
Yeah.
In the sheep and wolves' clothings. Wolves' clothing. Yeah, and they are...
Whoa.
Rewind.
Hold for
the TV.
football.
You're catching a signal. It's
It's sports.
Cult of the Ascension.
Oh my God.
All those TVs
That's
that we
hilarious.
saw
We
actually
just got
are
hacked.
just different
We've been
games
hacked.
happening.
They're just different. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a sports cult.
This is Cyberpunk. Okay.
Sheep's and wolves' clothing.
yeah. There's a handful of them wandering around as well.
Okay. All right. I relay that to ping them to come up.
As you're standing there, you see walking down the road. You see two wolves with two people that just look like normal people walking from not where you drove from, but from the other direction. And they seem to be walking of their own volition, not under armed duress or anything like that.
Heading towards the church.
Heading toward the church.
So new recruits. Okay.
Do the blue robes have hoods that like kind of cover their faces, or are their faces pretty visible?
Hoods up are a little hard to tell, but there's nobody you'd recognize at this distance. What are you looking for?
I was basically trying to see that if we got one of those robes on Brett, if he would be noticeably not one of their people,
Oh,
It's true.
and then walked in with someone.
A little disguise.
yeah, that's absolutely reasonable to assume.
Okay. But they're on the opposite side of where we parked, on the opposite side of the church.
The church is between us and them.
Yeah, there's suitable cover between here and there if you wanted to go try to jump them, if that's the plan.
Okay.
FaZe is like, we gonna fucking do this? Look at this crazy shit.
Can I'll
Hold up.
I'm gonna check in with the team.
I
Do we wanna-
I calm to FaZe and I ask him if he has any stun or ways to take two people out without everybody else knowing, without secretly or quietly take someone out.
Let's roll. Let's see how lucky. Why don't we let you use your luck?
Okay.
You roll under luck.
Roll low. Roll low.
Roll low.
Rolo.
No.
Nope.
Yeah. Sorry, only the big bangs this time.
FaZe, what about you?
That was FaZe.
Oh, Zigzag, what about you?
Wheelman. I got my blades. I got my guns.
Blades.
Yeah, sure.
Blades are quiet.
Don't you have silencers?
I have a silencer.
He has a big ass assault rifle with a silencer on it.
It's got a silencer and a scope. So
My guy.
What if me and Zigzag could go down there? He could take one out because by the time he takes one out, they're gonna start running or freaking out or some shit. So then me and Zigzag would go down there. I choke a guy out, cover his mouth. He'll just, and then we only got one left to deal with.
Yeah, those people might start screaming though.
That's
they're
four,
with.
right? So we got one left to deal with.
Well, no, we don't
He
want to.
shoots
We don't want
one,
to kill the
we do
regular
that one.
people. It's just too.
Well, I could just take him. I put him to sleep.
Oh, sleep. Yeah, sleep's good.
Yeah, I could put him to sleep too.
No, not permanent sleep.
Thoughts? We could go about a different plan. We could just let these people pass through, and then we could just storm it on our own.
Well, because I thought you wanted me to take the.
It's a
I like
plan.
it. I think it's a great idea.
I mean, I'm down.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do it.
What do you think, Mars?
I think it's a plan. It's more than we have right now.
You guys, just to be clear, you guys want to run over there while I provide overwatch, or do you want me to take somebody?
I want you to
else?
snipe out
Okay.
one of the blue.
One of
dudes.
the guys already in blue. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And then I want Zigzag to cut the throat of the other guy in blue.
And then you'll put those
I'll-
two to sleep.
Well, I don't know if I can put both of them to sleep.
Big arms.
Yeah. They just run away. And
So tune in next week to Infinite Sided Dice for more.
Gaming!
See you next week.
Woo!